Example 2, we are comparing two different prom venues. The first prom venue, Lakeside Inn, the information is given to us in a table. The second prom venue, Sunview Resort, is given to us in the equation y equals 10x plus 600. In this question, we want to first answer which venue charges less per person. So I have the equation for Sunview Resort. I want to find the equation for Lakeside Inn. So using the table, I'm going to write the equation y equals mx plus b for Lakeside Inn. First thing I want to find is the slope, m. To find slope, I'm going to use my slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. For this, I'm going to make my y2 1800, my y1 1500, my x2 125, and my x1 100. So I'm using my top two coordinates in the table. So when I plug in, I get 1800 minus 1500 over 125 minus 100. So that gives me 300 over 25, which gives me 12. So the slope for my line is y equals 12x plus b. I want to figure out what is b, what is my y-intercept. I can't tell just by looking at the table. I need to actually solve for b. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use one of the coordinates. It doesn't matter which one, but one of the coordinates to plug in for x and y to figure out what b is. So I'm just going to use the top coordinate. Here in the top coordinate, the y value is 1500. So I'm plugging in 1500 for y. Set that equal to 12 times the x coordinate, which is 100 plus b. Remember, we're keeping b as our variable because that's our unknown. So when I multiply this out, I get 1500 equals 1200 plus b. If I subtract 1200 from both sides, I get b equals 300. So for the equation of my line, I can now finish writing it. I have y equals 12x plus 300. So I'm going to write this up here so that I can compare it to Sunview. So it's y equals 12x plus 300. So now we're ready to answer the first part of the question, which was which prom venue charges less per student. So the cost per student is going to be our slope. So Sunview Resort charges $10 per one student, whereas Lakeside charges $12 per one student. So the answer for the first part is Sunview Resort charges less per student. Okay. Second question we have to answer is how many students must attend for the cost to be the same? So we want to figure out when do these two venues equal the same price. So I'm going to set both equations equal to one another. So 10x plus 600 equals 12x plus 300. And now I'm solving for x. I'm going to subtract 300 from both sides. And I have 10x plus 300 equals 12x. Subtract 10x from both sides. And I have 300 equals 2x, or x equals 150. So the answer to the second part of the question is the costs are the same when we have 150 students attend. So same cost with 150 students.